This 5-day Chicago itinerary takes in the top attractions at an easy pace. Enjoy sights like Millennium Park, Navy Pier and 360 Degrees Chicago. Take a stroll along Lakefront Trail, through Lincoln Park Conservatory and explore the city's architectural gems at your leisure. See top museums like the Chicago History Museum, the International Museum of Surgical Science, the Museum of Contemporary Art and the Driehaus Museum. Have fun at the Shedd Aquarium, Field Museum of Natural History, Lincoln Park Zoo, Nature Museum and the Willis Tower Skydeck. Day 1 starting from Millennium Park through the Navy Pier and ending at the 360 Chicago. Start time, 10 o'clock Millennium Park. Duration, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Originally established to celebrate the 2000 Millennium Year, the site was opened 4 years later in 2004. The site consists of a civic center and huge park covering 99,000 square meters with many points of interest and open green lawns. The park is connected to the northwestern section of Grant Park by the BP Pedestrian Bridge and Nicholas Bridgeway. (1.9 km, 5 minutes by car. Start time, 12:35 Navy Pier. Duration, 3 hours. It could take you several days to cover all the exciting attractions and sights on Navy Pier, which juts out into Lake Michigan. In 2016, Navy Pier will celebrate its 100th anniversary. Although originally designed in 1916 for shipping and recreation, it has evolved into a premier entertainment, leisure and exposition venue. Driehaus Gallery of Stained Glass, Navy Pier Park and many stores selling a wide range of products. This hub of entertainment and commerce is one of the top attractions in Chicago. Please like and subscribe my channel. The extensive list of attractions on the pier include the Chicago Children's Museum, Chicago Shakespeare Theater, Landshark Beer Garden, Polk Bros Park, a 45.7-meter high Ferris wheel, Pepsi Skyline Stage which seats 1,500 and hosts major performances. (1.7 km, 9 minutes by car. Start time, 15 to 45,360 Chicago. Duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. The former John Hancock Observatory is an observatory deck at the top of the John Hancock Center on Chicago's Magnificent Mile. The observation deck is 304.8 meters off the ground overlooking the city and Lake Michigan and with views as far as the neighboring 4 states. The observatory boasts interactive technology, the Architect's Corner Cafe and Bar on the 94th floor. The observatory was included in the Travel Plus Leisure magazine's list of top 10 views in America. Day 2 starting from Lakefront Trail through the John G. Shedd Aquarium and ending at the Field Museum of Natural History. Start time, 10 o'clock Lakefront Trail. Duration, 2 hours. Follow the shore of Lake Michigan along the Lakefront Trail. It is an eco-friendly way to see the city on foot or bike. The trail or promenade stretches for 29 kilometers following the lakeshore. 14.8 km, 18 minutes by car. Start time, 12:20 John G. Shedd Aquarium. Duration, 2 hours and 30 minutes. John G. Shedd established this aquarium in Grant Park in 1924 as a way of giving back to the city he loved. He died before the aquarium was completed, but his vision was actualized in the grand design modeled on a Greek or Roman temple of white marble. This gives the center of the aquarium a distinct octagonal shape fronted by Doric columns and topped by a dome. Since then, the classic design has been combined with the most groundbreaking aquarium technology so that visitors to Shedd Aquarium get the best of both worlds. Today, the award-winning aquarium is home to more than 1,500 species of aquatic life, birds, reptiles, amphibians and insects. 0.3 km, 4 minutes walking. Start time, 14:55 Field Museum of Natural History. Duration, 2 hours and 30 minutes. The Field Museum was founded in 1893 and has continuously grown. Today it houses 17 permanent exhibitions and many temporary exhibitions as well as presenting science and natural history-related 3D movies. The exhibitions include Inside Ancient Egypt, where you can see the largest collection of mummies in the Midwest. Day 3 starting from Art Institute of Chicago through the Rookery building and ending at the Willis Tower Skydeck. Start time, 10:00 Art Institute of Chicago duration, 2 hours. The art held at this museum is truly some of the best in the world. The permanent collection consists mainly of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist work, but there is also a fantastic collection of American art, decorative arts, modern, contemporary and Asian art as well as European Old Masters. The museum is spread over 8 buildings and is the second largest art museum in the USA after the New York Met. Highlights of the museum include 30 paintings by Monet and works by Renoir, Cézanne, Picasso, Matisse, Magritte, Toulouse-Lautrec and Van Gogh. 0.4 km, 5 minutes walking start time, 12:05 Fine Arts Building duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. This 10-story building is part of the Chicago's Roosevelt University. It was designed for working artists and was completed in 1896 when it became an art institute and later an artist's studio. Today the building functions as a haven for artists with studios, recording studios, theaters, galleries and businesses related to the creative arts. 1 km, 5 minutes by car start time, 1340 Rookery building duration, 45 minutes. The Rookery building is an historic landmark Chicago. The building was nicknamed after the many birds which would perch on the exterior walls and for the sneaky politicians who worked in City Hall which once stood on this plot. The design represented bold and innovative progress and is highlighted by a detailed facade, ornate balustrades and a spiral oriel staircase which extends from the 12th to 2nd floor. The building has 12 stories and a form of foundation invented by Root called grillage foundation where the iron structure is encased in concrete to hold the building's weight and counteract the soggy Chicago soil. 0.5 km, 6 minutes walking start time, 14:30 Willis Tower Skydeck duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. If you want a place to see the city from above then this is it. The Willis Tower offers you the Skydeck experience with 360 degrees views of the city. On a clear day you can see as far as 4 states, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan and Wisconsin. The tower has 110 floors and stands at 442 meters above the sidewalk. It is one of the tallest buildings in the world. The Skydeck is on the 103rd floor, 412 meters above ground. Day 4 starting from Lincoln Park Zoo through the Lincoln Park Conservatory and ending at the Peggy Notebaert Nature Museum. Start time, 10 o'clock Lincoln Park ZOO duration, 2 hours and 30 minutes. This is considered one of the best zoos in the country. The zoo is nestled among apartment buildings and the urban jungle of Chicago. 0.5 km, 6 minutes walking start time, 12:35 Lincoln Park Conservatory duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. The highlight of this botanical garden is the Victorian-era glass house or conservatory which dates back to 1890. It is split into 4 display houses each holding rare exotic plants. .4 km, 5 minutes walking start time, 14:10 Peggy Notebaert Nature Museum duration, 2 hours and 30 minutes. The Nature Museum is part of the Museum of the Chicago Academy of Sciences. It was established in 1857 and focuses on the natural ecological history of the region. The museum holds specimens of taxidermied animals including 13,800 birds, 5,100 mammals and 68,500 insects. In addition, there are 15,500 specimens of plants, 2,300 cultural artifacts, 11,000 geological specimens and 22,000 fossils. Day 5 starting from Chicago History Museum through the Museum of Contemporary Art and ending at the Driehaus Museum. Start time, 10 o'clock Chicago History Museum duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. The focus of this museum is on the history of Chicago and America in general. It was called the Chicago Historical Society until 2006. The museum holds about 22 million artifacts, documents and photos. Visitors can learn about how Chicago grew and the role the city played in American history. 0.6 km, 8 minutes walking 1135 International Museum of Surgical Science duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. The International College of Surgeons operates this unusual museum which focuses on primitive and modern Eastern and Western medicine. The museum is housed in a mansion designed by Howard Van Doren Shaw in 1917 and modeled on a structure in Versailles, France. The museum is spread over 4 floors and includes unusual artifacts, sculptures and paintings which illustrate the milestones of the medical profession and a few of the lesser successful endeavors. 1.7 km, 6 minutes by car. Start time, 13:10 MUSEUM of contemporary ART duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. MCA Chicago is one of the largest contemporary art museums in America. The art on display dates back to 1945 and up to present day. The forms of art covered include paintings, installations, sculptures, photography, video art, film and performance. 0.8 km, 10 minutes walking. Start time, 14:50 Driehaus Museum duration, 1 hour and 30 minutes. This museum is dedicated to the Gilded Age of America, and the Art Nouveau style of architecture and design. It is housed in the former 1883 home of Samuel M. Nickerson, an important figure in the establishment of the national banking industry. The house was designed by Edward J. Burling for the Nickerson family. At the time, the 3-story house was the largest residence in the city. The home was lavishly decorated and had opulent architecture like the mosaics, glazed tiles, carved wood, stained glass, onyx and 17 types of marble used, which earned it the name the Marble Palace.